Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for bar.
Hello everybody, Greg Esterbrooks here along with Jack Lockhart. Live coverage of the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship from the Granite Club. It is Krista Scharf and her foursome as we are underway with first-hand action in the women's final as she takes on another team from the Fort William Curling Club. Robyn Despins, McCarville Scharf, has been in this spot, Jack, so many times in the past. Well, yes. A dozen of these.
Yes, talk about an experienced team. You can't get a more experienced team than what's out on that ice. With being in Scotties for 12 times, 12 hearts, it's just excellent to be able to see this quality of play.
And her teammates have been with her for years and years and years. Kendra Lilly was the latest addition, and I think she's been with the team for about 10 years herself. Kind of a conservative first end here, kind of getting rocks going into the house, trying to get, I guess, feel for the ice, even though they did have 15 minutes of practice.
Yes, I talked to Bruno Bin yesterday regarding the speed of the rocks coming down, and he was saying it's really running around 16 to 16 and a half seconds, which is very fast and outstanding ice.
And right now they're just trading hits. Sarah Potts with the takeout there. Last rock does belong to Scharf in this end, as we are now underway. And on another sheet, the men's semifinals also going on simultaneously, as Trevor Bono from Thunder Bay is taking on Sandy McEwen's foursome from Sudbury. We'll update you on that game when we can.
They'll be playing pretty conservative in that first end, trying to just check out the ice surface, see how things are running.
And this happens at the elite level almost all the time.
Yeah.
Kendra Lilly throwing second rocks. For many years, she was also throwing vice. Yes. For Scharf, and now she's throwing second rocks. They did import a curler last year from Nova Scotia to be a fifth player on the team, or they had 5 players kind of swapping in and out, but this year they are back down to their standard crew of 4.
Yeah, they have a tremendous team, and the lead on this team is actually Rick Lang's daughter.
And Rick Lang is the coach of this team and has been the coach of this team for at least 20 years.
Yes.
I recall covering this event when I worked for Kojiko back in '09 down in Oakville, and Rick Lang was the coach then, and actually his wife was playing lead.
Yeah, Lorraine.
And Lorraine, that was her swan song, and it was an all-Ontario, different Florida back then, because in those days, as you recall, Jack, there was no, for women's, it was just Ontario, period.
That's
there was no Northern Ontario and Southern Ontario, it was just Ontario. And that year, actually, two Northern Ontario teams made it to the final that year, as it was Scharf, then McCarville, taking on Tracy Horgan, now Tracy Fleury.
That's right. Yeah.
That all changed.
Yes, that did change. You know, my wife played back when they went to the Kingston. She was playing that in 1983. And we did have some teams from North playing in that who were very good teams. Of course, that doesn't happen with the men. It's all been set from day one.
Day one, but then they changed it for Northern Ontario for the women. It's interesting. Seniors and junior curling was Northern Ontario alone. It was just the women's that were one provincial event, but that has changed to Northern Ontario and Ontario. And actually, that championship is going on this week as well, down in Elmira, I believe. That's wrapping up today. I'm not playing in the 4-foot now. Now there's a rock out in the 12-foot. And it's Ashley Sippola throwing third rock. She was the second for many years, and now she's throwing third rocks in the final. And we're cruising towards a blank end, Jack.
We sure are. Yeah, just checking them out. It seems kind of odd with both teams dressed in black.
True.
Yeah, that's beautiful ice. You know, they say about Bruno, he's one of the best ice makers we've got anywhere, and having played in many, many different clubs all over the country, this ice here is always second to none.
Nicole Wessel and Stewart with the hit and rollout. Now Scharf will have Sippola throw a draw to the other side of the house. Maybe get a feel for the speed over there, and also just give them the different type of shots to throw. As we're soon going to be to skip stones. Sippola is throwing her second stone, and it looks like it could be a little bit short. And I could be very wrong. The ice here is definitely sped up over the years as well. Actually, that looks like she has great touch.
Yeah.
I mean, they've curled on this ice since Tuesday, probably since Monday with a practice, and they probably have a pretty good feel. Although I guess, Jack, it's fair to say it could change from sheet to sheet.
Yeah, it could change. Although the temperature out there is pretty stable in terms of cold. It used to be that the first sheet and the last sheet on the other side were affected quite a bit by the temperature outside, but not now. We've got a lot better insulation.
Robyn Despins is throwing her first stone, originally from my sources, that she's originally from Saskatchewan. And she's going to remove this stone, or try to remove this stone, and obviously stick around, or maybe even roll into the middle a little bit. Nobody's touching it. Well, it probably needs to curl a little bit. Tiny roll into the edge of the 8-foot. And now it will be
blank.
First stone for Scharf. So I believe Potts holds the broom. One of the smoothest deliveries in the country.
That's for sure.
trying to get the curl a little bit because it looks like she's going to get a piece, and she's also going to roll out. So nothing in the house, which, again, the first end, Jack, not really a huge surprise. As you said, they're trying to get a feel for everything. And then 2 is usually when the fun starts.
Yeah, they like to score on the even ends anyway. And
10 end games, folks. You want to mention that too, because it's a championship event, not 8 ends. Robyn Despins with her final rock of the first end, trying to find some paint, and she will.
okay.
Jack getting some refreshment, very important. Broom right on the rock, obviously. Scharf will probably Scharf will probably up the weight a little bit here.
Yeah, she wants to make sure that she rolls out.
Rolls out, gets a healthy chunk of the stone, rolls out, and we'll do it all over again. Sweeping it hard,
She's going to stay.
She's going to stick around, which is not what she wanted to do. So Scharf will take one with hammer, but again, that's not what they wanted to do.
Well, that's what they call the unforced error.
The unforced error, exactly. And there was nothing else in the house to affect that shot. So after one end, it is Krista Scharf 1, and Robyn Despins with hammer in the second end, and nothing. But in a way, even though she...
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
There's just something about this place. There's a beauty that you really have to experience for yourself. It's a perfect place to escape, all while staying connected. From one season to the next, you'll find exactly what you're looking for here. This is North Bay, and you should be here.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Granite Club in North Bay, Ontario. Greg Esterbrooks here, along with North Bay curling icon. Throw that in, Jack Lockhart. And a pretty good painter in his own right. Now this end, there is some activity with some rocks out in front, or at least one, out in front of corner guard, and there's a redstone in the back of the house. I think that may have been an error. It's been calling for center guard. Oh, sorry, this is sharp shot, sorry.
Yeah, no, the big thing there, the way it is right now with that free guard zone, it increased the fact of the rock being in play by putting it on the edge of the center line. That's why that rock is on the center line. You can't remove that, of course, until the 6th rock in play.
First 3 rock rule in Northern Ontario or North America. Then it was a 4 rock rule like in Europe. Now it's a 5 rock rule.
Yeah. That certainly changed the strategy of this game from a straight knockout game
But didn't they really have to do that because they were getting so good at hitting in the late 80s, very early 90s? And I think about Kevin Martin's team. I think about Pat Ryan's team, and a nice come around there
Yeah, they actually,
for Despins.
you know, talking to the fact that they had to change it like that, a lot of reasons. One being, of course, the spectators, and your television coverage is so good now. With the coverage, your spectators want to see Roxon play. And that's the only way you're going to have it is putting a rule like
The curlers got too good and the ice got too good.
that's it. Everything came together.
It looks like Scharf's calling for a come around of the rock that's already in the house, Jack. Is that what we're looking at? That's definitely what we're looking at here.
Yeah. Looks a little heavy.
It's a little heavy for sure. That was thrown
right back.
by Kendra.
One play.
Lily, and that's sitting on top of the other stone at the back. I'm not sure who shot is right now. And wasting absolutely no time in running the front, because now you can. Samantha Morris being asked to run the front. Not much of a roll. A little bit thicker than they wanted, for sure.
Yeah.
What's Scharf do? Hit the roll.
Looks like it.
Hit the flop.
You can already see the strategy changing very quickly, too.
That's the other thing about curling. You can be setting up for a great end, and one shot turns the end upside down.
Yeah.
Here comes a shot from Kendra Lilly, who's originally from the Sudbury area. Not really big weight there.
Well, it's so keen, you know, that they can control weights, be able to manipulate that rock better. She's going to get a little bit of a...
Will she roll out, or will she hang around?
Sometimes they spin back in.
Oh, it's still a biter.
Yeah.
So for the moment, Scharf lies 3. But again, that opens up an opportunity for Despins to come around that guard just off the center line and plant one in the 4-foot. Samantha Morris threw a hit the first time. They're saying it's a little bit heavy. Well out there, too. How much difference in the curl, in your opinion, Jack, here compared to if they were playing, say, at Memorial Gardens?
Well,
Vort Longyear Memorial Gardens, I'm going to get that right.
well, of course, the ice makers are key in this regard because they can change this curl dramatically by sharpening the rock. And they don't really like to do that until about halfway through a competition. They got the bar. They would, maybe around Wednesday, they would think of taking the sandpaper and sanding that running edge underneath.
And that'll make it curl more.
And make it curl more. Yeah.
A little bit deep with that come around, and now Scharf is going to ask Ashley Sipola to basically do what was attempted last time, hit and flop. Again, control weight, you would say, Jack?
Yeah.
Definitely not. Scharf wanted the weight to be down.
She's right.
She just jamming the other one, she will not. That's exactly what was asked for.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all the rocks of importance are behind the tee line, Jack.
Yeah, that's what we don't want them.
You have Hammer,
yeah,
little friends in the back of the house.
Yeah. Well, they are. There's good backing for sure.
Nicole Westland Stewart now Going to try to hit that rock that was just placed there after the last takeout. A hit, and she wrecks on the back. Knocks 2 stones out, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty much mission accomplished, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now it's time to ask for a draw. How hard is it for an adjustment for even the elite curlers when they throw a takeout or a control on their first rock, and they have to switch to a dead draw in the second shot?
Yeah, that's all the thing in curling. Good curlers can do it, and they can adjust very quickly. But it is hard because if you're driving out with your leg and you got to cut back like that so fast.
And out on a piece of ice that they haven't really thrown any rocks yet. Kipla throwing a come around. Hot. And really sweeping briefly. Now they're off. It looks like it's thrown out nicely.
A nice curl, with a 2-foot curl.
Lovely shot, especially when you haven't thrown a rock out on that part of the ice to this point. Good judge of weight on that. Not 100% buried. Maybe, what do you think? 50% buried?
Yeah, that's in a good spot.
You run the guard back on it. No, she's not. She's going to call a draw. Despins wants to come in behind the center guard. But the danger here is, even if she comes right behind the red rock, couldn't she not just set up a little run, a little tap?
Yep.
Will she get by the red rock? Doesn't look like it.
Little light.
Scharf is shot. She gets ready to throw her first rock at the second end. On the other sheet, on sheet C, it is 1-0 for Trevor Bono after one end against McEwen out of Sudbury. Bono scores him from Thunder Bay. Are we coming around the blue rock? There's not a lot of room there, so, but is that what they're going for? Or?
That's what she's looking at.
I mean, it's a cliche to say it's a delicate shot, but it's a delicate shot.
That's right. And she wants that too.
Or at the very least, she wants to hold Despins to 1 because Despins does have final rock. Shot rock right now belongs to Krista Scharf. This is rock number 1 for her and end number 2 at the North Bay Granite Club. And Northern Ontario Women's Curling Final. It's a good looking rock she's got there.
Perfect. Great shot.
Wonderful touch.
Yep.
Thoughts here, Jack? Just try to come down and push that red one back a little bit. Or sit right on top of it, maybe, to cut off the button.
It looked like that other red is second shot. So.
Yeah, she's definitely sitting 2.
Yeah.
Robyn Despins' first shot here, and she's trying to finesse one into the 4-foot with not a lot of ice to work with. That looks a little
Looks
heavy.
pretty good. Oh, looks pretty good. She's gonna knock that back.
But she will be in the open, which gives Scharf an opportunity to really choke off the 4-foot. Taking
Yeah, right.
ice right on the rock.
Yeah.
If she can hit the stick or hit and roll inside even a hair, she'll be in great shape. But the old saying is, that's why they play the games.
Yeah, actually, the that blue rock out in front is
Perhaps a danger rock, or
well, it's a rock it's in play, and it's not doing much for the other team.
the last rock for her in end number 2. See what it affected the other shot. Let's see, as in camera shot. She is sitting too, but there is an opportunity there to Despins to draw in and get full floor, and she'll get her point.
If she could ever rub a little bit on that.
I was thinking of rub that blue a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an outside shot at 2. I don't think she's playing that though. Mission accomplished, I think, for Scharf, as they are making it very difficult for Robyn Despins to get her single here. And they are working it hard. Did she pull the string on it or not? Well, it's still carrying a long way. It is light, and it's going to be a steal of 2. I think it's a steal of 2. It's 2. It's got to be 2. So we'll be back after this break, but it is, we believe, 3-0 for Krista Scharf after just 2 ends of the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship in North Bay.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game.
Greg Esterbrooks and Jack Lockhart back here at the Granite Club. Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship between Krista Scharf of Thunder Bay Robyn Despins also curling out of the Fort William Curling Club. And it's a big steal of 2 and end number 2. So Krista Scharf has her foursome in a great spot in the early going.
That crept up really fast too. Greg, it shows you how fast it can change around. Like at one point it looked like the other team had a good spot for scoring in this end. They had last spot. And then all of a sudden, she's giving up 2.
Well, baseball's a game of inches. I think curling's a game of millimeters.
Yeah.
Now on the other side, in the men's semifinal, I can tell you that the McEwen foursome got 2 and leads Trevor Bono out of Thunder Bay 2-1 as they are now playing in end number 3. Back to the women's final. Krista Scharf's team has 1 in the back of the 4 and 1 in top 12. It looks like Despins is going to go very aggressive here. She's trying to draw around that front one. Just rubs it.
That's a huge 3 because all of a sudden the strategy has changed for the opposing team in the sense that Robyn has to start to get rocks in play. And the trouble is that sometimes by trying to get those extra rocks in play, you're going to give up another one. And then they're really off getting behind.
Off to the races, as they say, yes.
Yeah.
Kendra Lilly now attempting to take out the blue stone. And it looks good. It'll be 3.
Now you got 3 in it, and you're the one with the last rock.
Now it's still fairly early in the end, but nevertheless, it is a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
And now she's playing freezes.
Yeah, and the trouble is you're playing very difficult shots now. And you're hoping you get 1. I'm sure these 2 teams have played each other an awful lot of times. They know
even in club events back home, I would think,
in your own area.
Well, Scharf's team unbeaten, although they had a couple of interesting games early in the week. They seem to get a little stronger as the week went along. As for Despins, it was a much harder road to get here. She went 3-3 and had to win in the playoffs to get into the final. Tricky little takeout attempt coming up here. Trying to angle it on Jack.
Yeah.
Try to eliminate the jam, obviously.
Yeah. This is the best shot.
Kendra Lilly again.
Perfect.
Exactly what they wanted, and even a better result the way it lines up now.
That's right.
Crowd reacted to a shot going on in the men's semifinal on sheet C. Samantha Morris now being asked to take at least 1, if not both of those rocks out with the double. The way they're lined up, it is a possibility for sure. Not curling enough though.
And she's warned us from that goal, getting that 1.
Not bad though.
Yeah,
Not a bad result.
That's the best you could do. If she wanted to get that in, behind that corner guard.
And mission accomplished there, and Scharf not wasting any time saying, oh, we're going to get rid of that guard.
That's right.
She's not trying to add to her point total. She's trying to eliminate as many points as she can for her opponent in the situation with the last rock. Remove the guard, but roll to the middle.
A nice guard.
Which isn't a bad guard, although their rock is at the back of the 4-foot, which leaves a freeze opportunity.
You're not quite content to give up one. And you still last rock now and a good lead.
And you'd be in the even ends again, which you brought up earlier.
And it's funny how the level of difficulty in the shot making changes like that. It makes her shots are very difficult. Other shots are not as hard. You've got a 3-rock lead on the game. Mark looks very good. Well,
Line looks excellent. She a touch heavy, rolled a little bit over, but that's still in pretty good position.
Yeah. They did have to scrape it to keep the line straight there.
Scharf ignoring the rock in the 4-foot, trying to play a hit and roll off the rock on the edge of the 8-foot. Sipala now. When you talk about chemistry, when you have players that have played together for years and years and years, I mean, the knowledge of, what turn is better, what kind of rock, shot is better to call for each player. I mean, each player, has specific skill sets. I mean, when you know each other that well, it's got to help.
Well, it certainly does. And it's almost as if each person knows what the other one's thinking when it gets to that stage. And they all have little quirks in the delivery. They all have little things. But the longer you've played together, you can adjust for those. And
you know what to call and when to call it.
That's right. And you can tell with the weight that she just threw, perfect weight.
Nicole Westphal and Stewart being asked to put another rock into the 4-foot. Not laying a broom on it. Now they will. Needs to curl a little bit.
No, great draw weight.
Wonderful shot there. Now it'll be Krista Scharf's first rock. And they didn't play the one in the 4-foot earlier. They went and hit the one on the wings and rolled across. It was a lovely shot by Sipala, but it just made me wonder why they didn't go after the one in the 4-foot in the first place. What do you think?
Yeah, again, the way it's sitting there right now, you kind of take a look, who has the advantage here now when you look at that.
Well, if Scharf can come down to the blue rock, she's going to steal again, probably.
Yeah.
But again, you have to make the shot first. Yeah. 2 rocks right now in the 4-foot for Despins. Krista Scharf's first rock here. She does not have hammer. Here we are in end number 3.
Must be late.
Now they're getting off of it.
Coming back in.
Against calling a shot is so important. Calling sweeping is so important. Sweepers making their own judgments as well, and that's a lovely shot.
Yeah.
Not sure at this point whose shot is, although it looks like it's red.
But again, the thing is, when you get that 3-point lead, all of a sudden, they're scrambling to catch up.
I always talk about the control point. Well, now they have 3 control points right now, a lead of 3. And again, not a lot of room, to play with here. Every shot is, like you said, Jack, every shot that they're attempting is a difficult shot.
Yeah.
Is this the old pick shot? Or just hit and maybe roll over behind cover to the right?
Yeah.
No matter what happens, it looks like
It's still trying to come in.
it's on top of the red? Or maybe try to nudge it over to the side a bit.
It's a little bit of nudging because it's sitting on the button. Playing the button.
Robyn Despins' first rock here and end at number 3, 3-0 for Krista Scharf. In, as we said, end number 3. Last rock in this end does belong to Despins. So she gets the chip and roll. It's pretty good.
That's good. She's still not shot.
No, she still is not shot, despite a delicate shot like that and a shot that looks so good going down the ice. It is very hard to tell whose shot it is, although you're right. I believe it is Robyn whose second shot.
Yeah.
Discussing options. One could be just trying to block entrance of the 4-foot. Maybe sit on top of the one you already have. They're also talking about putting one at the top of the 4-foot or in the 8-foot. You'd be leaning toward throwing one up a little bit short of the 4-foot. And also there's the option to come in. I think they decided on the second one.
I think so. But again, what you saw, there were 4 people talking about the shot. And that's, you've got to have a lot of confidence in all 4. Because otherwise you could have a skip change the mind, and they should not have to change their mind. Once you get 3 more people voicing their opinion.
Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah. There are times when I've seen some of the Grand Slams where Jacobs or some of the really good teams have a little bit too much talking.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it's a chance you're going to miss.
Go with your gut, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like last time, they're on this rock. Now they're off this rock.
Yeah.
He just threw this stone. They're saying it's up a bit, weight-wise. Got a curl.
It's going in there now. Gotta move it. Can you move it enough? I think they need a little bit more ice on that shot because they've narrowed it in quite a bit.
What do you do, Jack? What do you do?
Well, she's got to.
It's going to be hard for her not to.
She's got to.
That top red, where's that going? Basically, may have to kiss it off her own.
Yeah.
And just to get one.
That's what I say. You have a pile of rocks in there, and you get one.
Well, it just narrows down the house so much. It's like you're looking at a little patch of ice that's, 2 feet or less, and you've got to fit it in there. We haven't talked about John Epping. He's waiting in the wings to play in the final tonight. Now, John is well known for curling in the southern parts of Ontario, but he's been curling in northern Ontario, at least for these championships. And he's got a heavy Sudbury contingent on his team as well, with the Horgan boys playing vice and Jake and Tanner playing vice and second. So it's definitely a strong northern Ontario feel to his team.
Yeah.
And their team, Epping, is 8th ranked in the world.
Yeah.
That's a heck, I'll say heck, of an accomplishment. Pressure time indeed now for Robyn Despins. Already down 3, playing a hit. Try to score at least 1 here. We lost the camera shot there for a second. I think she did it. Did she get 2 or just 1? I don't know.
Hard to say.
Hard to say. They dragged them off so quick. Nobody measured. So.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
Oh, they're the trophies. Jack, you had a comment with me before we went on air about the trophies.
Yeah, it's when you're playing in these kind of games, when you have those trophies sitting, you got to keep your mind on the game and forget about winning anything.
Okay, a couple of big scoring updates here. We should mention that, and it's important. Robyn Despins scored 2 with that hit. So now we have ourselves a curling game. It's 3-2 for Scharf going into the 4th end, and Trevor Bono out of Thunder Bay now tied with Sandy McEwen through 3 ends. He scored a single in end number 3, and now this end is on the women's side has gone back to conservative mode. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, in a sense that it's almost like a refresher. Like we've had a really tight end.
They want to take a breath almost.
Almost like a regroup, you know. We're back in the game. They're giving up another point. It's pretty bad.
And there's the scoring update on that.
When you have that many rocks in the forefoot like they did, some other things can happen. And sometimes it's crazy. What you thought was to your advantage. And you start bouncing rocks around, you end up with 2.
Well, there's another question about usually around the middle ends they talk about the ice like flattening out and getting sticky. Would that happen here?
No, I don't think it happens. It certainly doesn't happen like it used to. At one point, it used to be we almost have to say to the ice maker, go out and get do a pebble again for us, and they would pebble in many cases just around the tee.
Right.
If the temperature is quite constant, you don't have that problem.
And now back to the 4th end action between Scharf and Despins, and this end just 1 rock and play. Krista Scharf does have hammer in this end, and it looks like we might see our first guard. Maybe. I think we are going to see, yes, we are going to see a guard. She's ignoring the rock in the house and said, okay, we're going to throw it up in front.
She's very aggressive, and that's because of experience. She knows exactly. And that's one of the things I've seen about curling, level of curling over the last few years, is that the elite curlers think 1 or 2 shots ahead. They don't think about the immediate shot. What will happen if this happens, that happens? And you're seeing that with the women too. They're way ahead of the game now with that strategy.
And you know your opponent too. You know what? You have a pretty good idea sometimes, like a little like poker on ice. You kind of an anticipation what they might do or what they usually throw in this situation.
Yeah.
Now they tried to run the guard off. They did not. It's been exchanged for a blue rock, and Krista Scharf's going to call for the come around. Kendra Lilly being asked to do the come around, going out in the outer edges of the sheet. They have thrown a couple of rocks out there, but obviously it's going to be a little slower out there. And so much slower that the skip's coming up to join them.
Yeah, that's fresh ice out there. You're going to get it in the house.
Not covered. But again, it's almost experimental out there. You don't know what you're going to get. 3-2 for Krista Scharf.
That was a huge 2 at that point.
Yeah, dumped her right back into the game.
Oh, boy.
Nicole Westland Stewart being asked to remove that red stone. Not a gigantic weight at it either. That mission accomplished. She rolls out, but now, of course, they'll try to come around again.
Yeah.
Try to place it a little bit better.
She'll be quite happy if she gets 2 here. And you used to be able to rely on some players to miss. They don't miss. If they miss, there's got to be some factors that came into play.
It's almost like a half shot now with the determinant an end. Not a nobody flashes a rock or
too many. And again, if you can control the weight in your takeout and keep the rocks hang around, you've got something going. But some of these teams that I've seen lately are throwing away too hard.
Well, this one might be one of those rocks because Ashley Sipple's rock is going to slide likely over the back of the house. Oh, she's just hung around. She did a left turn at the very end.
They're developing a path there, and that's why they're speeding up. First rock finished up the crosswalk.
Nicole Westland Stewart was her second shot being asked to remove the blue stone and hit 2, which will take out the blank opportunity if she sticks around. And she has. Now what do you do? Oh, she's going to ignore that again. Just say, time to bury one. Aggressively pursuing her 2 in this end. Actually, simple second stone. They're not putting a brush on it yet. Looks a little bit lighter, but still looks like it might slide behind the tee line. Oh, it's going well beyond.
Yeah, you can see the path developing from that first one.
Buried, but behind the tee line. Which turn would you choose to go and follow her down, or go in turn?
Yeah, I probably would take a look at coming this other way now. Yeah, she wants to stay around. If you come the other way
and sit on top of it, obviously,
yeah,
and you get behind cover.
Yeah.
And then you play the follow the leader game.
The other way, with going with the out turn coming around that way, you have a tendency to maybe slightly move or slightly not get that rock out of there. And it's her own rock that's in front too.
Skip stones now. Robyn Despins trying to sit on that red rock behind the tee line, under cover. Will it bounce? And it does. A tiny bit too much weight. But she still sits two. Hit and try to roll across. I'm assuming that's a shot.
It looks like you're going to go double, make a double here. They're so good at calling the angles on the rocks straight.
Krista Scharf's first shot here with hammer. Great shot. Yep, that's worth some applause.
You can see that was what she was looking at.
Yep. Again, the only downside is her rock is behind the center line. Another look at it here. A replay. There's so many factors. There's the throw, there's judging the sweeping, there's the sweepers themselves judging the way the rock as it's going down the ice. I mean, there's so many people involved in this, and she pushed it far enough to be sitting. Dropped out for just a second, folks. Robyn Despins with a shot of massive importance here, and number 4. Trying to sit on top of the sharp stone, the back of the 4-foot, and they are brushing this hard. Oh, it's a mistake. She rubbed the front one. Looks like a
could be 3-ender coming
3-ender coming up in a close game. May get blown open here.
Yeah.
She came up short on that one at the absolute worst time.
Yeah. Just a little bit late. That double was a key.
Fantastic shot. Yeah, set up the end.
Yeah, that's a key shot.
Final shot of end number 4. Krista Scharf with a golden opportunity to blow this game open to a great degree.
They backed off.
Yeah, they're waving at it to stop.
Yeah.
Looks like she might be a hair heavy here.
Yeah, it looks heavy.
No,
She's
slow it
coming
down
in.
nicely.
Slow it down.
Slow it down nicely.
Yeah, big 300.
So after 4 ends, it's 6-2 for Krista Scharf over Robyn Despins. We'll be back with more curling after this.
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took the fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Craig Esterbrooks here with Jack Lockhart at North Bay's Granite Club. We are now into 5th end action of the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship, and a big 3-ender, Jack, for Krista Scharf. He is in the driver's seat.
That is for sure, Greg. That big double takeout is the key shot of this whole game. And what a turnabout immediately into a 3-end. One miss.
Do want to update the other end, the other game, sorry. Through 4 ends in that one, Sandy McEwen leads Trevor Bono 4-2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The winner to play John Epping in the men's final, which we will have for you tonight at 6 p.m. Corner guard for Despins. Of course, with a 6-2 lead, you're going to start putting your rocks in the house if you happen to be the team that's ahead, and that would be the Reds belonging to Krista Scharf.
And you start to scramble and you start to gamble because you put rocks thinking, well, if I only get a couple, I lose the hammer, well, they're going to go ahead again on me. So I might as well throw all the rocks I can get into play. She puts up a corner guard, she's going to go around it.
And now it's a different strategy, as you said, as Despins just wants to freeze up to the 2 rocks that are in front of the tee line. Rebecca Carr being asked to feather one in there, so to speak. But again, with the score the way it is, you're not going to play hits. You need as many rocks now as you can get in the house as possible.
We may have seen the one turning point, like just recently there with that double in the whole game.
Yeah, one shot is
one shot.
Here she goes. Kendra Lilly in the hack. I think she's just trying to sit in that pocket as well. Like a bump?
Yep. They're going to really put it tight for the other team to come back. You have to feel for the Despins team in the sense that they came back with 2 when they needed 2.
Got there right back in it.
Got there right there. Felt really good. And be down, only down 1, and now they're down 4. I mean, that's how fast it changed.
That was not the desired result of that shot.
No, you're going to have every shot that you have to keep.
There's a little less weight,
Krista Scharf is asking for a hit on the lone blue in the house. It'll be a quick flop over and she'll have everything sealed up pretty good. Mississauga is the locale for the Scott Tournament of Hearts. It's going at the end of the month. I mean, things have been jiggled a bit because of the Olympics, obviously. Just wanted to curl a little bit more. It didn't. The blue is removed. And the red stone rolls to the edge of the 12 foot. Well, you got to get some of that red out of there badly. At least 2 of them. Samantha Morris being asked to throw a takeout. Needs to curl a little bit. She will just get 1 and stick around.
That's good to stay. You just can't afford to have your rocks anywhere out of play.
Instantly call for a hit on that blue stone to get all the blue, every blue you can out of the house.
That's right.
And Scharf doesn't need more points. She just needs to make sure her opponent doesn't get more than 1 in this end. She will happily hit whatever she can. Ashley Sippola now throwing to make that hit. And she does. McCardle, Scharf sits 3.
So at the very beginning, I was like, okay, which way are we doing
Des was asking for another hit. Got to get that red out of the house as much as they can. The scoring area has shrunk to next to nothing. One is removed. There is a red stone, though, behind the blue stone. I'm sure Krista Scharf wouldn't mind if everything went.
No, they're not worried at all about counting right now. It's eliminating other rocks.
Cephala being asked to remove the blue stone, maybe not affect their own red stone behind it. I don't think that's going to happen. Hit and roll. She did roll out, but oh well.
They don't mind that at all.
Nope. Now Despins going to call for a come around. Trying to get some offense going here in the last part of the end, running out of rocks.
Actually, a good rock. Nice draw weight.
The hair behind.
Yeah. I think he's going to run back too. I'm going to throw a run back. Get rid of both those blues.
Jack, she probably wouldn't mind. I'm talking about Krista Scharf. Even if she gives up two, she's not.
That's fine.
It's not the end of the world.
No.
Just don't want to make a really big end for her opponent. But who knows? Maybe she will make the run back. No, she just run off the guard. Open it up.
So basically, right now, she's got her two.
Yeah.
And could be back in the game pretty fast. Down 2 is not hard. Down 3 is a little difficult. Down 4 is really hard. Which is 1 is the ideal for what Krista would like to see, because get to her last drop. She's laying 2 now.
I see another hit and roll attempt.
Well, yeah, it makes it pretty difficult double right here. It's makeable. Certainly a wide open end compared to that last one. Right?
Shot of the audience looking on, and of course, timing is all important in case you take a little bit of time or too much time. I've seen instances though of you of curlers running down to throw their last rock with like 10 seconds to go on the clock or less. Krista Scharf's last rock here in end number 5, trying to execute a thin double. Almost. She almost did it. But it will be a draw for 2.
Yep.
Robyn Despins from the Fort William Curling Club, playing against another team from the Fort William Curling Club. To go to the break, down 2 without him.
That's an interesting club. I played that from the Fort William Club. We played a provincial game. 50 years ago, we played Rick Lang in that club. You should see the banners we have and see the banners they have.
Well, Hackner and Rick Lang were a pretty good duo for a number of years. Even Bill Tedley, if you want to go way, way back.
Yeah, we played Bill, too.
I just want to mention the other game. Trevor Bono got 1 in the 5th there at the break. It is 4-3 for Sandy McEwen over Trevor Bono of Thunder Bay. McEwen curling out of Sudbury. And here we go. The last rock before we head to our break. As Robyn Despins tries to draw in for 2. And it looks like she's going to execute that shot easily. And there she goes. Okay, it's 6-4 at the break for Krista Scharf over Robyn Despins. And we'll be back with more curling after the break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
There's just something about this place. There's a beauty that you really have to experience for yourself. It's a perfect place to escape, all while staying connected. From one season to the next, you'll find exactly what you're looking for here. This is North Bay, and you should be here.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome back to the North Bay Granite Club. Greg Esterbrooks, along with Jack Lockhart. We are at the break for both the Women's Northern Ontario Curling Championship Final and the men's semi-final in the match we've been focusing on. Krista Scharf leads 6-4 over Robyn Despins, both out of Thunder Bay. Big ends in this game. Well, in the second end, it was a steal of 2 for Scharf, which put her up 3-0. Despins made a wonderful hit and a small roll in end number 3 to make it a 1 point.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
We're back, everybody. We are in end number 6. Greg Esserbrooks and Jack Lockhart here at North Bay's Granite Club for the final of the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship. Krista Scharf, who's won this a dozen times, going for lucky 13, playing against the fellow Thunder Bay team, Robyn Despins. They play in the major leagues in Thunder Bay. They played once this year, and Scharf won that game. Despins, in all the times they've played, I guess, in Major League and other events, they've only beaten Scharf once in 9 tries.
They're a pretty powerful team and a tremendous record that they have. And they almost won Scotties the other day, a year or so ago.
Well, they're usually a playoff team at Scotties at the very worst.
Yeah. I thought they had it the other year.
But again, the talk about them in years gone by is that they don't go on the tour that much. They don't. They just curl bonspiels, usually in their region, maybe a couple in the States that are nearby. Now again, last rock in this end belongs to Krista Scharf, and now blue sits 1 with the center guard.
And they can't take that center guard off there because he's still a 6 shot.
Sarah Potts being asked to come around. Even banned tick shot.
He banned the tick shot, yeah.
Because teams are getting too good at those.
You can still kick the rock, not the one on the center line, but
right.
Rock in close to the center line. And move it slightly the way he does. It'll be taken off and you take it out.
Potts with a really nice shot right down to the blue stone. Blue still sets 1. Asking for a high guard now.
Yeah. It's, if she picks up a steal here,
then it's really a game.
Close game.
Guess they wanted to bring another rock in. I thought they were calling for a high guard. And those two are primed to be doubled right out of there.
Yeah, she can open that right up now.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Kendra Lilly in the hack. The key thing is, can she get them both? Mission accomplished. Yeah. And that other guard will roll. Juice on that ice. Look at that roll. Calling for another guard, but that was a wonderful job of taking out goal and getting her shooter out of the way too. Everything was out. Totally open up now. Now asking for another guard. Out of second, Samantha Morris. Close to the center line. Scharf calling for the run back. Blue on blue. Got to curl somewhat. Remove the guard, which is good enough in this scenario. Another guard will be requested. Be much higher, this guard. And it's over curling just a hair. Now what do you call? Run the guard or you play the tap? She will play the tap.
Sometimes you can place the guard too high up.
And that's what happened here. Back ring weight. And granted, the way they're lined up, the blue will end up on the rock in the back 8. But nevertheless, Scharf will be shot. Nicely past the guard. Despins asking for, I guess, a corner freeze on the redstone in the top of the 4-foot. Cut off the 4-foot, hold her to 1.
Yeah.
If all goes to plan.
Yeah, and if you were to tap it back, it would be a good shot too. You know,
Nicole Wesson-Stewart being asked to execute this shot. 6-4 is the score for Krista Scharf over Robyn Despins in a battle of Thunder Bay teams. And number 6 for the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship. Short, obviously.
Yeah.
Would Krista just call for the same shot as last time? Just bump, or?
Just a slight little tap. Because that was a good shot, but she took three of them. That was a great shot. Putting it there.
Ashley Sippel being asked to make the shot. She's been with Scharf for about 15 years as a teammate. Is there a discussion, Jack, about coming the other way, I guess, or just hit that blue and flop?
Yeah, that's the other thing is that
okay, they're going to talk about it. Do you think maybe the red tap is the better shot? They obviously are having some mild consternation about what to call.
Yeah. It's I'm surprised she's not going around
and just tapping the red. To me, that's the shot. I know it's hard to argue with somebody who's a 12-time Northern Ontario champion, but nevertheless,
that's right.
It just seems they just threw that shot.
That's right. But sometimes it looks that other shot is the one, but they know it's falling a little bit or it's not curling enough.
They change their mind. They're going to play the come around the other way now.
Yeah.
Which to me would be a tougher shot. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Again, she's thinking a couple shots ahead here on this. But I'm surprised it's not going the other way.
Agreed, since they just threw that rock.
The rock will curl nicely, though. There's no question.
Pot and Lily on it.
Yeah.
Now they're off of it, so it must be fairly close if they're on and off of it.
Yeah, that's going to be a good shot. It starts slowing down now.
A little too heavy. So now we're down to skip stones. And guess what? Guess what she's going to try? Robyn Despins is going to say, fine, you didn't make it, I'm going to try.
That's right.
Of course, the issue with the other rock, simplest rock, is you sweep it to get it by the guard, and then it might go a little too far because you swept it too much, but catch 22.
Yeah.
Got to get it by the guard. So a small opening here for Robyn Despins, and then number 6 down 6-4 and without hammer. Robyn Despins' first skip stone. They're concerned about the weight. But they're also way out there and the heavier stuff. And now it looks like it's coming down nicely.
Yeah, it's good. It's coming down nicely.
It's a hair heavy again.
She's going to be shot.
No, she's not shot. I don't think, Jack. No. Still red. So now Krista Scharf will have a chance to get one in there, and then how do you get it out? But she has to make the shot. So red is one. First skip stone for 12-time Northern Ontario champion. Actually, Ontario champion a couple times in there before they split. Krista Scharf has played the best and in many cases beaten the best. Looks like, does she have enough weight? I think she does. Got curl a little bit.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good shot.
Can't beat that shot. No, it looks like the right shot.
Yeah. They know better than we do, I guess. And now a near impossible shot coming up for Despins as she tries to go inside of that other rock. We're just taking a peek over, folks, at the men's semifinal. Trevor Bono in a world of hurt versus Sandy McEwen. Last rock coming up for Bono, and he's facing 4, and he doesn't have hammer. They're going to play some kind of a run back.
Yeah, that's what else she's got. The run back is there. There's no question about it.
The other thing with all these rocks in play, there's always plan B, sometimes plan C.
You know, she jams this rock right in the crotch there.
And then she'll steal.
Yeah, she'll steal.
Could be the game. I don't think I'm overstating it.
Whoa, no, it didn't work out.
Didn't work out. So it's a draw, I'm assuming for 2. Well,
She's got to play this other side now. She's got to play the outside now.
what point? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely shot. Not by a lot. But she is shot.
Well, the thing is that
Is she not playing in off? She's trying to play straight draw.
Straight draw.
Well, she threw similar weight or similar shot on the other side of the ice, but it's always different over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few rocks thrown this way, this side of the sheet. Last rock in end number 6.
She got 1.
We'll move an over curl.
Yep.
1 for Krista Scharf, so she leads 7-4 here after 6 ends of play. Still in pretty good shape, but again, back with more after this.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
There's just something about this place. There's a beauty that you really have to experience for yourself. It's a perfect place to escape, all while staying connected. From one season to the next, you'll find exactly what you're looking for here. This is North Bay, and you should be here.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And we are back at North Bay's Granite Club. Greg Esserbrooks here with Jack Lockhart. Want to mention in the men's semifinal, Sandy McEwen has a 6-3 lead over Trevor Bono out of Thunder Bay, McEwen out of Sudbury. A beautiful run back for two and end number 6. The winner to play, John Epping, in the final, which we will have for you right here at 6 p.m. Now in the game we're focusing on, the women's final, Krista Scharf has a 7-4 lead in the 7th end of the Robyn Despins. Both teams out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. Hammer in this end belongs to Despins, and she needs a couple here badly. And playing aggressively, obviously. There's two options. Could you draw around, which she was looking. She was also looking at just sitting on the two reds.
Yeah.
So they chose to sit on top,
Yeah.
but not frozen. So after their Potts 2 rocks ended in the race, Kendra and Lily being asked to remove the blue stone.
Great shot. Hit that just perfectly.
So the freeze is out. Now we're going to play the come around.
That's a perfect draw weight. That's a very good shot.
Very good shot.
Very good
Yep.
shot.
See a little tiny bit of it jutting out.
Play the run back.
I think she's going to just try to tick it out by the ice. you get the guard, it's not a bad thing. If enough of the jack, they're just going to try to nudge it out. That weight, too.
That weight. No, she got by.
Lovely shot, a hit and a roll for Kendra Lilly there. And the Carvel Scarf sits too.
Beautiful, beautiful control weights.
I like your call, but whichever you like. No, the top one. I'm not saying I like it, I'm saying it's off. Okay. Okay, I like it. That's this top 8 track.
Another come around attempted.
Yep.
And executed. Right now that rock's going to come out the other end.
Finally going to get rid of that rock.
Ashley Stipola being asked to run the guard. So now the house completely open.
Make it hard to steal.
Well, right now, Scharf sits 2. Without. Nicole Weston Stewart being asked to hit and, of course, has to stick around. Brushing at the entire length of the sheet. And she will execute that takeout nicely. Scharf asking for a hit and roll.
I think there's a fresh pot. Take a look.
Now another hit being asked of the Vice for Robyn Despins' team, being Nicole Weston Stewart, and she'll be asked to move the stone. And when one of the front end starts waving, you start wondering if there's a problem. She's going to stick around. She will. But rolls pretty close to the other blue stone, sets up a double. Now we are down to skip stones, and Krista Scharf will have, well, could have a double attempt. going to hit the one at the shot rock. Making it harder and harder for Despins to get two, especially if you can roll over a little bit. Tell her to draw for one. But you still have to make the shot.
Yeah.
Not quite. Rolled too far, so now
that's for two.
The curling shoe is on the other foot now. So Despins now has a chance to hit, sit two. 7-6 sounds a lot better for her than 7-5.
Yeah.
So that little roll.
Yeah, she's got lots of room to roll too. She doesn't have to get tight over the other side.
A lot of chatter between the front end, or one member of the front end.
Yeah, a lot of signaling.
She's on the rock nicely and sits for two.
Yeah. That's almost an impossible double. She's going to try it. Yep, she's going to try the
She's
double.
going to try it.
Yep.
Although there's a redstone of hers right behind the shot that's in the edge of the 8 foot. Well, you might as well try. You got nothing to lose. You just need to...
You got a lead like that. That's fine.
She's gonna have to throw big weight too.
I do now.
Krista Scharf's the last rock in end number 7. Never taking her eyes off the broom.
Very good weight.
Oh, almost took her own out.
Yeah. It was a very difficult shot.
So,
getting tighter.
Getting a little tighter. Anywhere in the paint for Robyn Despins, and we'll have ourselves a 1-point game again.
Just through weight. Yeah.
They're working it pretty good.
Yeah.
But she looks fine.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, Jack Locker, we have ourselves a game again. 7-6 after 7 ends. Krista Scharf leads over Robyn Despins. We'll be back with more curling from the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship right after this.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game.
Jack and I are just reminiscing about curling, and Jack was a former teacher in North Bay and our principal for a long, long time. And we are back to action here, and the principal here is trying to win this game. And Krista Scharf is winning, but it's getting a little bit more interesting, and an aggressive approach by Scharf here. Instead of trying to put up a corner guard with the last rock, she decides to come around the center guard. Robyn Despins. End 8 action. Greg Estabrooks, Jack Lockhart, the Northern Ontario Women's Championship game.
And it is a game now.
It is a game. Scharf asking for a bit of a corner freeze on the blue stone in the 8-foot belonging to her opponent. Sarah Potts, daughter of the coach, Rick Lang, who won a game or two in his life. Was in the house for one of the most memorable shots in curling history back in 1985. Al Hackner versus Pat Ryan. And the skinny double, which in those days was almost never attempted, let alone executed.
Tied that game up and won it at the end.
And an extra.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they wanted. They wanted something on top of the blue stone. They have that now. So now, Robyn Despins will be calling for her second to come in and sit on one of the red stones. Samantha Morris is that second. She pulled the string on it, or is there enough there? Looks like there is enough there. I'll pull the string of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What to do, what to do, what to do.
Yeah. You wonder how long it's going to be before Krista is going to open the thing up. Maybe right now.
I want to mention in the men's semifinal going on Ice C, Trevor Bono gets 3 in the 7th to tie things up with McEwen in the men's semifinal. The winner played John Epping tonight, so that's a huge bounce back for him. And they are, as they say, nip and tuck. So in this situation on the women's sheet, they just decided to run the center guard. Scharf lies 1 and 3. High drama here. Mm-hmm. 2 very competitive games.
We've had outstanding crowds too all week with the competition.
And even the fact that it's streaming, people are still coming out in person, which is good to see, because that option didn't exist a number of years ago.
No.
Trying to pick that redstone out. Jiggles things around. The redstone doesn't go out. Either does the blue stone, because the weight was light. So now Krista Scharf will probably call for a hit and roll. Kendra Lily's second stone from the second stone thrower. Control weight there for sure. Of course, now they talk about light control, heavy control.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, is she going to jam?
Yeah. Ours is not as lively as it was.
Earlier in the game,
Earlier,
yeah.
really lively.
Now a chance for Despins to sit two. Although the rocks in play are all in the 12-foot.
Yeah.
Or do you just come around your own? No, she will not. Nicole Weston Stewart being asked to remove the red stone. And stay. She rolls away too, and she's going to roll out of the house. Chris Scharf going after the shot rock. She will probably be sitting 3 if she makes this shot and sticks around. Even though everything is in the 12-foot. Ashley Sipala. Nicely executed shot, and it appears that Scharf is sitting 3. There's definitely double opportunity there, Jack, on that side of the ice.
The double gone.
Nice executed shot. That changes the whole. Would you consider drawing around, or just want to stay out of the 4-foot altogether? Because if you don't draw around, you don't see Despins trying to bury one with the next 2 counters being red stones. So to split the house. A rear end where we're not playing everything inside the 4-foot.
Yeah, it's just ironic, exactly the opposite. We all got such good draw weight, both teams.
So, shot executed. Scharf hits 2. Despins, by that ice jack, is obviously trying to play a hit and roll.
Yeah, she'd like to get a roll a little bit. She certainly, it's an awful long roll to get over the other red.
Or even behind cover.
Yeah.
Despins first here in end number 8. Well, that presents the opportunity to come around, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, then it, or just split the house again.
Yeah, to go back.
The fact there's no point in coming around, so it'll hit the one that's open.
That's right. Let her go after one and then get 2.
Yeah. With that ice, where does she want her rock to end up?
Just on the 8 foot on the other side. On the east side.
Krista Scharf's first rock here and end number 8 with the hammer and a 7-6 lead. Sweepers seem happy with it.
Yeah.
You want to split the house and remove any chance of a double, which has been executed perfectly.
Yeah.
Now it's just a hit, and then that will leave, ideally, a draw for 2. Robyn Despins now with an open hit. Sticking around would be a bonus. Well, rolling inside would be a bonus. Sticking is what's expected. Ideally, you'd like, well, they are going to get it inside roll.
Yeah.
Good shot. Still wide open, though.
Yeah. Sandy McEwen shot over in the other sheet, getting a round of applause. Still some work to do, though, in that eighth inning in the men's semifinal. Now to
the women's final. Krista Scharf has a open hit to sit, ideally, score 2, and she does.
Out of 3 back.
Just 2 ends to go here. It is 9-6. Krista Scharf over Robyn Despins. We'll be back with more curling from North Bay Granite Club after this.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all. Or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
Welcome back, everybody, to North Bay's Granite Club. Greg Estabrooks here with Jack Lockhart. 9th end play now in the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship. Krista Scharf has a 9-6 lead after scoring 2 in end number 8 against Robyn Despins. I want to mention, Jack, a little shout out to the kids from North Bay's Riley Winters team of 4 17-year-old players. At one point we're 2-1. Went 3-3 for the week and almost made the playoffs.
Yes, that was that story of the week here. Up to that point was the fact that they were playing like a fearless young team that didn't matter who they were playing, and the quality of the shots that they were making and their strategy really impressed me.
A bright future for those kids, especially if they stay together, obviously.
Yeah. The North Bay Granite Club, back in the early 90s, we did have a great team that didn't go to 3 consecutive curling championships, and the Brad Minogue team, and it's been quite a long time since we've had that quality of youngsters coming up, and this team will be there. There's no question about it. I've seen a lot of games with the youngsters that have played, and they have everything going for them. And they are actually like Iron Men out there as far as they're calm and cool and collected. Nothing phases them.
Ice boys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, your son, Tyler, was on that team 30 plus years ago. I remember covering that when I worked for a different media outlet. And they were a great group of curlers. And again, continuity was an issue there, wasn't it? They stayed together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two rocks belonging to the red, one in front, one in the house. And a blue corner guard. This is the second rock for the lead for Despins. Rebecca Carr over curls a little bit. It helps cover up that sharp stone. And the 8 foot, now she's going to call for another rock in there. Why not? I want to mention in the other game, the men's semifinal, Sandy McEwen gets 1 and 8 and leads Trevor Bono 7-6, playing N9 in the men's semifinal. They'll play the final at 6 o'clock against the unbeaten John Epping. Second rock in the house, not covered though. Break the play on something here. Do you bust up the front, or are you really trying to score at least 2 here?
Yeah, she's got to get in that scoring range. Start getting down to that last 2 ends. When you're down 3, that's not the best position.
No, I get it. That's why I was like, I get what you're doing.
Samantha Morris trying to gently remove that red stone. Maybe roll in herself. Raises the red stone into the rings and rolls out with her shooter. Are they digging themselves a big hole here, Jack?
Well, they've got to keep the rocks in play, and that just doesn't help.
Kendra Lillo being asked to maybe perhaps tap the other red stone back a little bit.
Keeping the pressure on.
Looks like it could be a hair heavy. A little bit of brushing now from Sipala. The weight looks okay. Line looks okay.
It's coming in nicely. Boy.
A lot of rocks in play, and they're all red.
Yeah.
You run your, I guess you can run your center guard back. Options few. Here's the attempt at the run back.
That's the best she could do there.
That was a good shot, given what she was facing. You're right, Jack. 100%. Scharf still sits 1. Obviously, getting that blue out of there, even if you lose your red, is probably not the worst thing in the world. The other option I guess they're considering is maybe running the blue onto the blue.
Well, that's what I'm looking at here.
It's a long run back though. There's a huge jam possibility.
Yeah.
So they decided to settle on the original call.
Yeah.
You see bigger weight here for sure. Big weight here. You should be seeing big weight. Not that big. Rock's starting to curl. Not much though. Not actually kind of hung out there a bit. Now it's starting to move. Let's just get a good looking shot here.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Ashley.
Good shot. Yeah.
Hangs around, gets rid of the blue. Now they're playing freeze on a rock that's in front of the tee line. A little heavy perhaps? Yeah, it's a bit of a bounce. Yeah. That bounce is fatal.
Yeah, she didn't need that.
Asking which turn she wants Sipla to throw. And it will be the out turn. You know, it's funny, when the rock leaves their hand, it looks like they're not throwing really big weight at it. And really, they're not. They're throwing what we call this, Jack, control.
Yeah, and why it's hard to tell because of the leg drive. You can't tell with the leg drive how strong that is.
That rock really curled at the end.
Yeah, when they let it go. One thing I'm really glad is I don't have to have the people on the hog lines watching for them going over because they let them police themselves. They all have beautiful releases, especially deep release.
So the freeze attempt. It's critical not to bounce here, obviously. Got to get close to that rock.
Yeah.
The Bo Weston Stewart being asked to execute the freeze with slightly better weight than the last throw. Well, it looks like it's really short. Oh yeah, it's definitely well short.
Yeah.
It'll wreck on the guard. If it gets to the guard. Yeah, it does. Now they are in major trouble.
Especially if Krista puts the rock where she's got her room right there. You're going to have a hard time getting one.
Handshake times if they don't execute a miracle shot here. But they still have a couple of walks left.
Yeah. See where she put that other blue over there, Greg?
Mm-hmm.
That cut that right, run back out.
Yep.
You know, the worst place you could possibly put that rock.
Yep. Krista Scharf's first rock in N number 8. It'll be a knockout round though, if she can put this anywhere near where she wanted to. Try to cover up that rock in the 4-foot.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it gives you the Part of the button to do it. Yeah, you really see how important that last shot, really going in like that, going in exactly the wrong place.
It eliminated
See,
a couple of options with that miss.
Yeah.
Now you're grasping at straws.
Oh.
That was an old timer curling joke. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, I use straws.
So much different now. I mean, we're giving away our age a bit, but I mean, with the synthetic brooms pounding the ice back in the day.
Oh man, you pick up these new brushes, brushes that they have. They're so light, light as a feather. We were talking about the juniors. Both these teams have had outstanding junior careers.
Sure.
They've all started there, and it just progresses along. You hit seniors and you hit masters and everything else.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day, and a good curler wasn't built in a day either. So.
No.
Robyn Despins with her first in end number 9, down by 3. She does have hammer, but she is facing a world of hurt in the house. This team might lead the league in hand signals. Not bad looking rock here, though.
Excellent rock. Excellent.
Weight was perfect, but again, there's such a tiny area of ice to work with that.
And you still need that turn.
So she's still, and if Krista Scharf hits this and sticks, you don't have a shot. Velcro's coming off.
It's been a great game, though, because it could have easily run away earlier in this game, the way things were going.
Yeah, she looked like she was getting out, and then she pulled her back in.
Yeah.
But this could be the end. Comes her shot. It looks good. So basically, all that Despins has is to try to get enough of the button, try to out counter. And even with that, Jack, she'd be down 2 coming home without.
That's right. That's
Here comes Robyn Despins' last rock. With a tiny, tiny target area. Actually doesn't look that bad at all.
No, it looks perfect.
That's
perfect.
That's an incredible shot. Absolutely incredible shot. They're shaking hands otherwise.
Outstanding shot.
Yeah.
She just took a little bit more ice.
Yeah.
She's almost the same weight.
So Coming home, it is 9-7 for Krista Scharf with Hammer. We'll be back with more from the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship right after this.
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Welcome back, everybody, to North Bay's Granite Club. The final end, we think, of the Northern Ontario Women's Curling Championship. Update on the men's semifinal. Sandy McEwen leads Trevor Bono of Thunder Bay 8-6 after stealing in the 9th. Bono has to get 2 in the 10th end to force an extra end. This game will be a steal of 2 to try to force an extra end for Robyn Despins, who made an incredible shot to save her team in the last end, but she probably had about a 3-inch target to hit, and she hit it. Yeah.
That's a fantastic shot.
Now you try to put as much as you can in front of the house to try to steal, but it's incredibly hard to steal 2. Stealing 1 is one thing, stealing 2 is another thing.
Yeah.
Scharf has one in the 8-foot. And we'll probably put another one in the house right now. And then as soon as she can start running the front, she's going to start running the front. Scharf coming out to sweep this stone. Serapot's second stone, trying to get it into the paint, and it's obviously into the paint and into the 8-foot. And that will be the final draw of the end for Team Scharf. Rock did not come in the house, or it did come in the house, sorry, but it did not end up where it was supposed to, and now it's time to start removing rocks in front of the house.
Yep.
Trying to pick a spot where they can get them both. Kendra Lilly being asked to remove at least one, if not both. Didn't quite get both, but did get one. Not throwing up another guard, wants one in the house. Does Despins?
Yeah.
Would you throw up another guard? Because no matter where this ends up, short, they'll be running the front.
Just gotta hope that something freezes in there. Right back.
Well, they are at the front of these two red stones, but Krista Scharf will be asking for the run of the guard and checking angles again to maybe clip one on the way by.
Yeah.
Kendra Lilly again being asked to remove the only guard in front of the house. Didn't almost clip the one going by, didn't quite get it. 4 rocks in play, no guards in front. Down to third stones now. Playing another freeze. Nicole Weston Stewart's rock looks like it's coming down nicely. Now, as they called for, asked and answered.
Good spot.
Jiggle the host or just blast out that blue on the left.
It's nice when you have last rock because you've got 2 or 3 options here.
Last rock and a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Oh, timeout. First time we've seen that today.
Yeah. Let's see Rick go out.
We're going to see Rick go out. Rick Lang, folks, for those of you scoring at home. The long time coach of this team and the father of the lead, Sarah Fox. 2-time world champion in his own right. Long time part of one of the greatest curling teams in Canadian history.
3-bar wins.
Sure, won with Bill Tetley. That's right. That's right.
We played him. We played for Bill in 75. We played him in 76. And Rick went on his own.
Yeah. Rick rocking the North Star sweatshirt there. I don't know if it's Minnesota North Stars. They don't exist anymore, sadly. What do you think you're talking about, Jeff? What do you think they're talking about here?
Well, like I said, they've got about 2 or 3 options what to do. If you've lost it, you can open everything right up, which would be, no problem at all. That's the one thing. Juggling it around a little bit when she hits here now. She gets a double and flips out of the blue. He's going to move him off that rock to right over the back.
Nine to 7, the final. Sorry, or not final. 9-7 is the score. Actually, Syphila throwing third stones here, being asked to take out at least one blue. Will they get more than one? They will not. But again, they're also in pretty good shape here. Now I got to play a tap. Or straight takeout? Would it be straight takeout?
Oh, she's got a tap from his back because she's got it in her arm.
Nicole Weston-Stewart here with this critical shot. Kind of goes without saying, but it's a big shot in the 10th end. Looks like she's going to hit both of her rocks in front of the house. That is not what they wanted to do at all.
Of all the places to get.
Yeah. So now they're going to just take a rock out of play on the far right, the blue stone, I'm assuming. Was one option, they're looking more. No, they changed their mind. They're just going to try to hit the blue.
Yeah, so she signaled just for a tap back on that. Open up that blue.
It's definitely hit weight, so.
Yeah, the first little indicator. She's wide open now. Yeah, they're calling for timeout.
What do you think the Despins team is talking about here? Like, what options do they have? Not a lot.
No.
It'd be different if they had hammers. Of course it would be, but they don't. Despins' first shot in the 10th end. She's playing a tap of sorts to maybe push one of the red stones to the back of the house. So she's a hit and roll, maybe? No, that didn't happen.
No.
Could be it. One more shot.
Yeah, this is heel waste now.
Potts holding the broom. Krista Scharf not wasting much time at all. And that's it. I would think that's it. She does, but I mean, how is she going to steal two here? Yeah. Well, she will throw it. I guess she's going to try to. I don't know. I don't see this happening.
No, I mean, you have to tap it back. It still stays open. It's got to beat the other rock.
What do you think?
happening. I don't think we can. I think to make this level and have a shooter.
Yeah, I agree. This is so hard, man. If this catches.
Here comes her shot. Robyn Despins. Well, she gets the double, but she rolls out. And that's it. Lucky 13. As expected. I mean, you expect Krista Scharf team to win, and they did win again. Wrapping up a great lead. Little hug. They've done this so many times. They practiced hug so many times. Yeah. So they are off to the Scotties in about about 2.5 weeks away from now, down in Mississauga, and they've done it again.
And they played really well. You have to hand it to the Despins team.
They hung in there.
They hung in.
They hung in there for sure. We're back with the
Ontario's mining sector is a global leader, and Agnico Eagle is proud to be at its heart. As Canada's largest gold producer, we operate world-class mines like Detour Lake and Macassa, creating thousands of jobs and driving billions in economic activity. But our impact goes beyond production. We foster a culture of the heart, investing in communities, supporting social development, and partnering with Indigenous groups to build lasting relationships and shared prosperity. We're shaping a future where Ontario remains a powerhouse in responsible resource development, strengthening the economy and enriching lives for generations to come.
Come on into Montana's, where there is a deal every day. Why not try half-price wings Mondays, $5 tacos Tuesdays, all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays, $25.99 platters Thursdays, and drink deals every day. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!